Now I'd like to share with you how to connect a PC running EMGView software with the Nerveana. This will allow you to have additional information during the surgery and is often helpful to the surgeon and anyone else in the room who's monitoring the surgery. I'm going to connect USB cable to the port on the side of the mini PC here, this netbook computer, and then with the other end of the cable I'm going to attach to the USB port on the back of the Nerveana. With that connected, I can now launch EMGView software. I get the familiar start screen. I accept the terms and conditions, and I'm going to click Start Monitor Only and close this original window. Now you can see I have nothing on the screen, and I have a message that says I have a serial input timeout. And I believe that it's gave me that indication because the Nerveana isn't currently turned on. So I'm going to turn on the power button, and now you can see I'm starting to receive a signal from the Nerveana. Sometimes you encounter a situation where instead of serial timeout or something else up here, this is a error message indicator for the connectivity, and often if you have a problem with connectivity, it will say no COM port detected, and when you're set up properly it will say no COM errors detected. If you have a COM port error, you need to go over to here and set the COM port. If you have a COM port error, again, you will not be getting a signal. You're going to see something like on the screen that's just blank. Let me show you here. I'll change my view because it froze it. So just a blank screen, that's when you have a COM error. If you have something on the screen visible, then you do not have a COM port error. Okay. But if you do have one, you're going to go up to the Set COM port, and you can change the COM port setting from 1 to 8. And I recommend going through and trying 4 or 5 or 6. And you can see now I've lost my connection. It's quit working because I changed from the COM port 3, which was what was working. So now I'm going to go back to 3, and you can see everything's working again. And I'll go ahead and just close that menu. So that's a common problem with connectivity, is setting your COM port. One other common occurrence that you can troubleshoot with EMGView quite effectively is the effect of electromagnetic interference or electrical noise that interferes with the electrode's ability to measure the very small electrical signal coming off the muscle. If other electrical noise is in the air and is picked up by the cables or near the surface of the electrodes itself, you can get a lot of noise on the screen here and even some false alarms on the Nerveana. So I'm going to show you an example of electromagnetic interference. I'm going to plug the power cable from the PC computer in here, so the computer is now hooked up to line power. Now immediately you see a greater baseline set of noise. Watch this. I'll pull it out. Look how much less noise is around this computer. Now you can still use the power supply, but what I'm trying to show you is that you want to be careful about how noise is introduced into the environment, and this screen can be very helpful in troubleshooting it. I'll show you now. I'm going to take my electrodes on my arm and I'm going to take them closer to the power cable. Let's see if we can get even more interference. And it's a subtle difference, but the band of noise on the screen is even worse now. And if I were to take a power supply and hold it up near my arm, you'd see the screen completely turn white. So I just wanted to point out that EMGView and the ability to see this baseline noise can help you troubleshoot equipment in the room that may be interfering with your nerve monitoring.